Làm rồi ạ.
Dạ rồi.
Ok, mời cô Tiffany.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Ewit Racing. Today we are doing lesson 1, the formula of the source of life, SB 13 and font size 30. Are you all ready?
Yeah. I am on track. I am ready. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
The formula of the source of life. Currently, our society is being governed by three perspectives. The first perspective is the scientific perspective. The second is the religious and belief perspective. Third is the perspective of morality principle, regardless of where we live in the world. We are currently being influenced by three perspectives. One of the laws that influence us greatly is the law of cause and effect and the law of causal condition declaration. If we imagine our current life is our current result simply the outcome of the seed we sow in the pot. There is a formula called the formula of the source of life. What is this formula? Let's find out. Formula for desired outcomes would call a blood favorable condition for desired outcome. Therefore, if we want to create a desired future, so focus on creating the root cause right in this present moment. Knowledge, religion, belief, science, and morality principle all lead to one statement. We need to understand the root cause of a person's life through this perspective to be considered or have a thorough understanding of course when standing under this perspective. Why do I have this result today if standing under religious and belief perspective? Why do I have this if standing under the perspective of morality principle? Why do I have this result today? First, let us thoroughly understand the cause of the scientific principles apply of the person, religion, and belief, morality, principle, science, the formula of the truth of the mind. Let the piece of paper and write down the results of our lives today.
When we reflect, we often grant ourselves the right to choose the good things in life. However, when it comes to unpleasant things, the tendency of our inner self is to attribute the choice to others. Instead of laying open the desire and undesired situations in life according to our own choices, we understand that the source of life originates from ourselves. Therefore, the source of life originates from me, but it's not my fault. Why? Why is not my fault? It is because we reason better. If our awareness had been directed to things that make that choice, and the personal awareness was only at that level, which led to that choice. Therefore, the choice we made at that exact moment was correct. This leads to a famous saying: "You want to change circumstances, change your personality." This explains that a person repeatedly faces the same circumstances due to their flawed personality. However, we don't know what kind of personality is suitable for a good outcome. If we focus on changing personality, it is not yet the root cause, because no specific personality trait indicates that a person's life will be good. Researchers study wealthy people who know one person became rich in one way and another in a different way. They had different personalities. Therefore, any personality can potentially lead to wealth, but any personality can also lead to poverty. Ultimately, people realize that even if they change their personality, they will know which one was appropriate. Thus, focusing on change personality not that one person will still repeat. You don't change your personality, you don't change the results. Yet, focusing on changing personality doesn't work because it isn't a root cause. The experts further inform us that our person's habits create their personality. With this realization, they started asking us to focus on changing habits. Good habits will lead to good personality, resulting in changing personalities of that changing habits changes the personality, and changing personality changes the result. However, they realize habits are also not the root cause. They investigate further and find that a person's actions determine their habits. So they say that just a good actions will lead to good habits. Good habits lead to good personality, and good personality will lead to a good harmony or a good life result.
personality and
Following this,
personality.
they tried to manage people's actions, but they discovered
So
actions
they not just good action, you need to work good habits.
they
Good
succeed
habit
in
lead to
changing
good
the action by
personality,
focusing on
and good
changing their thought.
personality
Action did
will
not
lead to
last.
good
Eventually,
destiny and
experts
good life
provided us with
results.
the insight
Following
that a
this, they
person's
try to
thoughts
make
determine
it
their actions. They
for
told us
action,
that
but
if
they
your thoughts will
discover
create
that
good
action
actions,
still
the
repeat
action
or
will result
pattern.
in good
And
habits. Good
the
habits
person
will lead
action
to
is
the
very
personality,
difficult
which
lesson
then leads to
in
the final
changing the
result choice.
action, but focusing
Thus, the
thinking
saying goes, sow a
last.
habit, reap an action, sow an
Eventually,
action, reap a
it
habit, sow a
provides
habit,
you
reap a
the insight
personality.
that the
Sow
person
a personality, reap a
determines
destiny.
their
The
action
entire
based on
world
that's what
focus on
comes.
how people could
Thus, they
cultivate a good
say
mindset
also
and good
a thought,
habit.
different action,
However,
so an
through
action,
deeper
different
research
habit,
over time, people discovered that even while
personality.
so
So
a person
personality
tried to control their thoughts, negative thoughts still repeatedly emerged in their
focus
life.
on how people
These thoughts were
cultivate a
always
good
present in
mindset
their
and
minds.
good
They began to
however,
investigate what
through
determines a person's
our
thoughts.
people
If focusing
discover
on
that
thoughts, a
when they
person
try to
continues to
control
repeat
their thoughts,
negative
even in
thoughts
short
in life.
period
The question is
involved
raised,
in
what
your
shapes
life,
a person's
these
thoughts?
thoughts will
High-level
always
mentors and
taken in the
experts
mind
pointed out to us that there is beliefs that shape their
that
thoughts.
determines a
Beliefs,
person's thought.
essentially,
It
humans
focusing
always
thought.
hold a
A
belief
person
about something. This belief can be counter to their desire or aligned with their desire. This is also known as a
High-level
positive or
mental
negative belief. For example, someone said, I can try to lose weight, but I can't lose any. I'm so discouraged.
Essentially,
I
human always
keep
hold a
trying, but it
belief
doesn't
about
work. Normally,
something.
the
This
optimism
belief can be
senses that they
counter
lack
to
the
their
belief or
desire
the ability
or
to lose
less
weight.
aligned
However, the
with
deeper
their
truth is
desire.
that
This
the
is
person
also
holds the
known as
belief that they are very
positive
fat
and
and will
negative.
never able to become
For
thin.
example,
Whatever
someone
belief a
one
person
thing
holds,
is
their life
trying to
results will
lose
come
weight
accordingly.
and lose
This is
many
because belief
so
directly affects their choices, and where a
exercise,
belief
but
is held,
it
that
doesn't work.
result manifests.
However,
If we hold the belief that
truth
we cannot do
that the
something, the
person
result
holds
that we
believe
cannot
that
do it.
they
Human
are
belief
very
does not
fat
have
and will never be
99%
able to do this.
concept. Belief is
Whatever
100%
belief a
conviction that
person
you hold
holds
the
their
belief.
life result
The
will become
difference lies in
accordingly. This is
in
the
direction of that
this
belief,
will affect
whether it aligns
choices
with
of
or
water
goes
as
against the
well.
desire. If
That
humans
result
knew
may
this
make
knowledge, it would be wonderful.
how
So if
the
someone
cannot
believes, I'm not
accordingly.
beautiful, no
So
matter
if
what I do, I'm
can
not
do
beautiful.
human
The
being does
result is
not
that the
have
person believes that they're ugly, so
99%
nothing they can do
believe
makes them
100
beautiful.
conviction that
Therefore,
you
some
hold
people imitate others and go for a
even
nose
I
job,
told
but
you
they
the
don't believe
risk
that they
of
are an
that
ugly
belief where
person
the
getting a nose job,
life
which sometimes
go
results in
against
them
that
damaging their
life
nose.
when
Conversely, a
you
person who
knowledge
already believes they're beautiful,
wonderful.
when they
So
get a
if
procedure, it
someone
makes them even more
believe
beautiful.
I am not
People
beautiful,
who hold the
no
belief that
matter
they are
what I
happy
do, I
become
am not
happier when they
beautiful.
get
The reason
married.
is that the
Conversely, we hold the belief
are
that we're
ugly.
miserable,
So
that
nothing
whoever we
is
marry, we
beautiful.
remain miserable.
Therefore, some
There was
people
a story about
imitate
a woman
other
whose
and go
husband
to
was
no
launching a
job.
book. He was a famous
Some
self-development trainer
result
and
is that
reporter.
they
Instead
make
of
you
interviewing
their nose
him, play a
convinced
tough
a
trick and
person
trick his wife, asking, your
already
husband's
they
a
are
very
really good
famous
when they have
self-development
both
trainer and
skills.
he has
This
helped
is
many
the
people change
reason
their lives
why
and become happy.
people who
But
hold
honestly,
belief
has he brought happiness
have
to you? The
become
woman answered
happier when
immediately,
they
no. Everyone around
conversely
was alarmed,
there
wondering
was
why she
study
said that and
about
it would
women
damage
whose
her husband's
husbands were
reputation.
launching a
Another
good
reporter
book.
pressed on and
They
asked,
were a famous
asking, so has your husband treated you a happy life result? And she said
instead of
no. Then
investigating
another person
doing this
skillfully asked a more
turn to
open-ended
his wife
question. The woman
asking your
smiled and
husband
replied,
is very
how can
famous
a
and
man bring
developed
happiness
trainer
to a
and
woman?
he
A
has
woman must
helped
have
many
happiness
people
on her
change their
own,
life
and
and
only
become
then can a
happy.
man
But
bring her happiness.
as we
He hasn't brought me happiness. I
women
must be a
mentally
happy
let me
person, and
know.
he is just the one who
Everyone
brings me more
around will
happiness.
and
Internally, we
wondering
lack
why she
the
said
belief
that
that others love us.
same
Why don't
her
believe
husband
we don't
reputation.
believe our husband or children love us,
And
so we strive to
another
demand their love.
person
And what is the
skillfully
result
has
outcome?
a
People do not
more
love us
open
because internally we
interpretation of
lack that belief.
woman's
So
mind.
we don't see the
And
result
how can a
externally.
man
Therefore,
bring
we only need to
happiness to
change
a
our inner
woman? A
belief
woman
system
must
to
have
change the
happiness
results.
on her own. And
Here's
only
a concept we need to grasp.
more
The inner
happiness.
belief
He
versus
has
the
the brought me
conscientious
happiness.
desire. For
I
example,
must
when a
be
woman or a man gets
person
married, they expect the marriage to be
husband
harmonious
who
and
bring me
happy.
more
However, the
happiness.
reality, some people in this belief
Internally
does not go
related
harmonious
that
and
overwhelm
happy.
us. And what is the result
So the
outcome?
conscious desire
People
is
do
for a
not love
harmonious
us
and happy marriage,
because
but if the inner
internally
belief
that
contradicts this
belief
desire,
of
the result
result
that the inner belief always triumphs over the conscious desire. If the belief and the conscious desire are unified, life becomes wonderful. The conscious desire usually aims for good things, for example, happy marriage, success at work, and good relationships with people. Almost everyone wishes for positive outcome.
So the conscious desire is for a harmonious and transparent.
If the conscious desire is unified with the inner belief, human life is wonderful. Human struggle at this point between thoughts and beliefs. This is a crucial gateway of the brain, mindset, and the person's inner subconscious, which often conflict with each other. Ultimately, the inner self wins. Humans try to use their conscious mindset to change the inner self, and science often favors this approach. If science were entirely correct, the lives of people who follow science with all the wonderful. However, the scientific perspective shows that our inner belief what determines our results. Therefore, we must change the belief system to change results. Mere think about it externally will not change the results. However, beliefs also not the root cause. So changing belief doesn't stop us. We don't know why we trust a certain person, so we waste enough stress. What determines our person's belief? This is a person. That is a person mental image or the seed of the mental image have it determines their belief. The seed mental images in our mind determine our beliefs, which determine the results of our thoughts. Mental image, let's correlate on a small exercise. Choose two people closest to us, two people who feel most familiar with. Then, without thinking, write their names verbally on both sides. Then insert 2 to 5 words that evoke the mental image of our feelings and emotions about that person. You can stop and do this exercise here and there until we feel it. Because we have the seed of the mental image in our head, it projects the results of our lives externally. We see our father as handsome, funny, and gentle, but sometimes other people might see him as gentle. We even see him as strict, yet we see him as gentle. In our eyes, even when you sleep, we might perceive him as diligent. Why? You assume he must be tired, which is why he's sleeping. But if we see mental image we hold of our father's laziness, then even when he's working, we might say, look at that lazy attitude. The results in our external life are projected from the seeds of mental images in our mind. Father, the story of the pen. Let us borrow this story from Isha Michael Roche. Imagine we're holding an object we frequently use, perhaps a pen for writing too. Now discuss. Now consider another creature, a very intelligent animal living in our house. When we see this, we call the pen a writing instrument because we use it to write. But when the puppy encounters this object, chews on it. The puppy acts things of chewing, make us think the puppy perceives this object as a bone or a toy, which is why it chews. If the puppy perceives this as a pen, it will use it to write. This means we see this object and call a pen because we visualize using it to write. What about the puppy? It perceives to gnaw and chew on it. Perceive this as a toy or a bone. He's right. In your puppy you see this as a bone or a toy, and we perceive it as a pen or a writing instrument. Both are correct. Now let's use that object and prove no one's there, neither us nor the puppy. If no one's in here, what is this object? It's nothing at all. It's nothing at all. It doesn't exist, but it doesn't hush up me. No subject perceiving, no subject recognizing it, no subject feeling it. At the moment, it's nothing yet. In nothing does not mean it doesn't exist. All things have the nature of emptiness. All things have the nature of emptiness. Potentially is nothing when there's no subject perceiving. So what it is created by the subject and the subject that perceives it. Now we step in, we look at that object. At that moment, it's a pen, but if we step in, it will be received as a toy or ball. If we and the puppy step in at the same time, for us, it's a toy, and for the puppy, it's a ball. So, a specific question arises: what determines the nature of the object? It is determined by the external nature us. Is it reflected from us within us to the outside? We find that the nature of this object is determined one within us by the seed of mental images in our mind that dictates what this subject is. The seed of mental images in our mind project outward to manifest the reality. Earlier, we see our father is a gentle person. Potentially, the father is neither gentle nor anyone, but we have that mental image desire, projection, outward, our Father being gentle, diligent, honest, blameless, least of all darkness should not live in, because we hold those seeds of mental images about our Father that we perceive Him that way. The mental images with the person determine the result and effect. Their external life reality. Therefore, the world they perceive is based on the mental images they hold. So we don't want to change the external world, or in other words, they want to change our destiny according to the scientific perspective. Changing the mental image changes destiny. Changing the mental images changes destiny. Changing the mental image changes destiny. The tendency of our inner psychological life is very interesting. The longer people live together, presently nurture and enlarge the positive mental images they hold about their loved ones, the negative images will manifest. There's a miraculous phenomenon, the principle of light and darkness. Light, darkness, the principle of light states that the closer we live to someone, when we enlarge the positive images we have of them, by default, the images will embody our lives. This is why when we first meet someone, we generally hold positive mental images of each other. The longer we live together, we tend to enlarge the positive images of the other person. The unpleasant image will manifest. Undesirable reality often occur in social relationships, leading to life stable like what my neighbor's was better, or my neighbor's child's better than mine. Someone else's husband better. My husband is not good. Other people's wives are beautiful. Other wives are good. Why? Because we only meet the neighbor's husband or wife. And we see the beautiful image, but our husband or wife is ground all the time, and we don't know how to enlarge the positive images. We see the poor images. We only need to change the image toward the direction we desire to orient our image toward what we want. If we hold good and beautiful images, the belief system will automatically change and result will change in an instant. Therefore, if a person can maintain beautiful images of loved ones, especially positive images of people, we can change our entire faith conditions regarding people. Maintain a good image of our health, maintain a good image of social relationship, maintain a good image of ourselves and our inner self, maintain a good image of our finances. Changing the mental image change destiny. We only need to have one simple visualization. According to the scientific perspective, the source of life originates from the mental images in our mind. We only need to remember one thing: the zero mental images of mind determine the results of our life today. This leads to a profound saying: if only one fully grasp it, every marriage should begin with the result. Every marriage should begin with the result, because the simplest way to achieve anything we are about to do is to start from the result. For example, why is it difficult for a person marriage to be happy? Because we do not start the marriage by defining the result of the marriage. The results we have are often based on observing those around us. Our mind holds the image of a bad marriage result. So when we start, we already have that result. All humans indeed first start from the result. The result in a person's mind, the mental image in a person's mind, the result of external reality. When the destination is seen, there's no need to rush. If the destination is unseen, why rush? Because we start with the result. Our journey automatically changes, like going where we are going. No matter the means of transport, we can get there. But if we don't know where our destination is, even if we are equipped with the most modern facilities, we cannot reach the destination. Thus, every matter should begin with the result. The result is formed from the mental images of our minds. Therefore, simply changing the mental images change destiny. Then the image is clear, our life becomes clear. Hence, every marriage begins with the result. So we can conclude that according to the scientific procedure, at this moment, the seeds of mental images in our mind determine the results of our lives. These mental images in our mind determine the results of our life. Now the questions raised: what determines that mental images are mind? This is because the images appear spontaneously in our head. What we see, say, and know determines the mental images of mind. It's precisely what we hear, what we see, what what we say and what we know
determine
that
our
determines our mental
masculinity.
images. And
And
what
one
we are
thing I'm
struggling with most
struggling with the
often is the
most is
knowing that it's
knowing that the
detrimental to the future. Currently, the knowing regarding marriage is highly
currently the
detrimental
knowing
to the
regarding marriage
mental
is
images.
highly
We have most of the images are
detrimental to
negative.
the
The
mental
knowing regarding
images we
child
have.
educating
Most
those images
activities
that are
can
very
negative.
positive.
The knowing
The knowing about
regarding
this life, the
child
knowing about people giving us these
education give
images,
us much not very
images of
knowing
people. The
about
knowing
the
we have
kind
about
of
careers
knowing
or
about
business
people
in life
give us
makes things grievous
advantages
or
the knowledge
dubious,
of people.
especially our knowing about health. This
This
knowing
knowledge
has
can
improved us from birth
influence us
until now
from
because
birth
according
until
to the
now because
scientific
according to the
perspective, we cannot say
scientific
about the time
aspect,
before birth. So from the
we
moment
cannot
we were
say
born to
about
now,
the
what we know,
time
what we see,
before
what we
birth.
say, and what we hear,
So
those have
we
influence on
in
our
a
mental
tribal
images. And
village
living in
or
a very short
line
lineage from
where
the
the
average lifespan
average
of people is
lifespan
between
of people is
120 and
between
160 years.
120
We'll feel
and
old, maybe the proof that
160
we're
years
60
old.
years old, or would we feel like
If
we
we
are
were 60 years
in an
old,
early youth?
what
What
we
we know about her, what
feel
we hear
like
about her, what
at
we see about
30
her, what we
years.
say
If
about
we
her
know
is
about
different.
her
Those who
and
live
we
in a
hear
very
about
short
her
lineage
and what
where
we
the
see
average
about her
lifespan
and
is
what
60 or
we say
70.
about her,
In the
this
later
happens
case,
after
people
the
around
late
60
case.
years old are
People
most born
around
down. We were
60-year-old
60s, then we feel like we're about to
winding
go
down.
close to the hole.
Before 16
If we
days,
live in a lineage where
time,
the average
like
monthly
we
income
hear
of the adults is
about
about
the girl
one
close today.
no less
If we
100
live in land
million USD,
where
no less than
average
24 billion
monthly
BND. How
income
we feel
the
today, we
average
are
is
talking
around
200
billion
million BND.
USD.
How will we feel? So what we hear, see, say, and know
100
determines our mental
billion
images.
BND
But
monthly.
we're in,
So
but if
what
the
we
entire
do now
lineage
determine
struggle
our
just to
mental
fulfill the highest
but
income
this
anyone has
time
is 20 million or 30 million BND, how would we feel? How would we feel with an income of 200
how
million
would we
BND?
feel
Wonderful, right? If only one star appears in the sky in the future and the constellation of stars
only one
will
star
appear. Therefore, in society, when someone achieves something wonderful and excels,
a star will appear. Therefore,
excels,
in society,
it
we
will
will
lead to a change and start emerging.
something
What people
wonderful
hear, see, say,
achieved.
and know will gradually change accordingly, and what we change the
Achieving
image of
people enjoy
society.
is simpler
At
than
this
filthy angry.
time,
In the
achieving
future, someone
peace
will
and joy
say
is
that
simpler than being angry. In the
comprehensive
future,
wealth
some
is
will say that
simpler
comprehensive
than
wealth is simpler
poverty.
than poverty. Gradually,
Verily, what
what people hear, see, say, and know will
previously
change,
say
and
and know
society
will
will
change,
undergo a
and
massive shift.
society
If
will
only a few people thoroughly
undergo
understand
a
life, society will also understand
only
life.
a few people
Because we have
thoroughly
is heard,
understand life.
because what is heard, seen,
Society
spoken,
will
and known
also
is constantly
understand life
changing. There's a Japanese
because
story
what
about
has
researchers
been
studying the
spoken and
behavior of
known
very
is constantly
intelligent
changing.
monkeys. The
And
monkeys
we
love sweet
often
potatoes, so
study
scientists gave
about
them sweet
research
potato. But
study
first, buried them in
monkey.
sand to observe their
Monkey had
reaction.
love
The
with
monkeys liked them and
potato.
found the
So
sand
scientists
unpleasant, yet they
study
still had to eat it.
potato, but
One beautiful
where
day,
it is
the
sand.
monkey accidentally dropped her sweet
One
potato into
beautiful
water. She
day,
picked
a
it up and
family monkey accidentally
find
dropped
it
her
delicious. From then, she knew to wash the potato after
water.
eating. Before eating,
Because
she
her
taught
tidy
her
mother
father, mother, and sibling, and gradually her family taught the surrounding family. Scientists marched every monkey that learned the washing
finally
method. When the 100th
understand
monkey was
washing
reached, something
method.
surprising
When the
happened. The monkey had not been
100th
in contact with
monkey
any other
something
monkey and had not
surprising
been taught
happened
how
in
to wash the
fact,
potato. But when
on
given
the
the potato, it spontaneously
taught
went
how
to
to
wash,
wash
find water and wash
potato.
it. Observe
But
a
when
monkey
given
from 100
potato,
and 101st hour. The
not
gradually
went to find
knew how to
how
do
to
it. The phenomenon
observe
even spread to
and
other islands
still
despite the
learn to do it
geographical
phenomenally.
distance where
To
monkeys
other
could not
instance,
possibly travel between the
find
islands.
the
Yet the monkeys
did not
there
appear.
also knew how to
This
wash the potato. A person's life or
how to
society
wash
continuously
potato.
transform when we
Recognize
change
that
what we hear,
society
see, say, and know, and
is
change the
continuously
mental image of our future. This
progressing.
alignment of conditions will help others change the
Society
future
knows.
or
For
future
when
as
we
well.
live
Therefore,
in
when
family,
living in family, we're determined to
transform
transform
ourselves.
ourselves.
Over time is our mental image
First, over time,
based
as our
on
mental images
beneficial
change, we grow
around us.
understand those around us, the
Family
family automatically changes too.
and
Thus, there's no need to seek
they
changing others,
influence
just
us.
focusing on changing ourselves. This means
Just
changing our
focus
mental
on
images
changing
about
ourselves.
ourselves and our loved
This
ones. It means
means
changing on
thinking
our knowing
about
about ourselves, our
ourselves,
knowing
our
about
loved ones,
humanity, and our knowing about
changing
the law of
our
cause and
know
condition
about
result. This is how
ourselves.
we change
This is
the
how
image,
we
and
change the
subsequently we
image.
change what we say. The formula for changing the image is control what you
The
hear and
formula
see,
of changing
and change what you say the note, then we change destiny. First we change the note, then change the setting, control the hearing C, gradually changing the management to changing destiny. I'm finished.
Mental image
Control the hearing
the
and seeing,
destiny.
gradually
Yes.
changing the mental limits, changes destiny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. 13
Ủa,
nhà chạy mệt, 13 nhà chạy không kịp cả
cô
nhà.
cô Anh kêu mà bà là không nghe luôn á.
Chạy
Rồi,
do